Konnichiwa.
Welcome to another special edition of Tsum Tsums Obsessed. Today is our 50th video. Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
So exciting.
So what are we going to do today?
So today we are going to share 50 things about us.
And there's two of us, so if you've been in school, division 25 and 25.
25.
Divided by 2. There's two of us.
I forgot where you go.
Yes. So
Okay.
we're going to do this. If you wanted Tsum Tsum reviews, you can skip this video.
Yeah.
We're not going to do any Tsum Tsum reviews. This is just a fun little video about us for our 50th video.
Yay.
So, and I made a list of 25 things on here that she hasn't seen.
I made 25 things on this thing here that he hasn't seen.
So, maybe we'll surprise each other.
Yay.
All right, who wants to start? You want to rock,
I don't
paper,
know.
scissors?
Okay, rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, so you go
Do
first.
I mean I have to go first?
I don't
or I
know.
get to pick? No, I'll go first.
You go first.
Okay, so the first thing I guess we'll do is we'll keep it Disney, since this is a Disney channel of some kind, is my first Disney movie, and actually my first movie that I ever saw in the movie theaters was, do you know?
I do know this one.
Oliver.
I'm
Oliver
I have
and
a song
Company.
going in my head.
Oliver and Company was the first movie that I saw in the theaters, and the first Disney movie, obviously, I ever saw too, so.
Fun.
Cool fact.
Fun fact about me is I was named after the wonderful 80s songs Sister Christian by a nice little band named Night Ranger. So thank you, Mom.
All right, number 2 for me is I am in love with anime. And I spent my entire 20s and teens hating anime. Like, hating it. Because there was this group of girls that I was kind of friends with and kind of not. And they formed this anime club. And it became a whole thing. And now I'm just becoming slowly obsessed with anime for some reason. So, I don't know why, but I just love anime.
My second one's good.
Oh.
So, fun fact about me is I am a big Sailor Moon fan.
The biggest.
I've been a Sailor Moon fan since the 90s when it came to America, when I was probably I don't know, 12?
10? 12?
Maybe like 12. Probably older than I should be to like Sailor Moon
That's
too,
the problem.
which is sad. So I loved it so much and I got a huge sleeve. So, let's see if I can roll my sleeve up. Ooh. So I have a huge Sailor Moon tattoo.
So speaking of things that I like that I probably shouldn't, I have seen every episode of Gilmore Girls at least 4 times each. Because
I can say
problem.
that is very true because I have never watched Gilmore Girls since being with him, and I've watched.
She knows all the shows because just
Twice.
walking through the living room.
He's watched the seasons twice since we've been married.
Yeah.
All of them, beginning to end, twice.
I have a problem. So every couple of years, I just watch the whole
So
series.
yeah,
And the movies are coming out, so we probably gotta watch the whole series again before the movies come out.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be next.
So I also love Japanese culture in Japan. It is my dream to go to Japan someday. And so I watch a lot of J-vlogs, so I kind of live through them of
Vicariously.
yeah, so that's my I love Japan.
My favorite Disney movie for the longest time was Beauty and the Beast. I love Beauty and the Beast, love it so much. But lately, I think I've changed.
Oh yeah.
I think Mulan is now my favorite Disney
Really?
movie. I've just seen it a couple times recently,
Yeah.
and the music and the story and
Yeah, it's a good.
the comedy, everything about it, there's really nothing wrong with that movie. It's just a perfect Disney movie. And it's funny because it kind of came out once I was, I think I was in high school when that came out,
Yeah.
or just,
Yeah.
So I kind of missed it. I didn't really watch it when it first came out. So I went back and watched it, in my early 20s, and I really liked it, and I just love it. It was a great movie.
So on top of my love for Japanese culture in Japan, I also love to cook Japanese food. And
I love to eat her Japanese
he
food.
likes to eat her Japanese food. So yeah.
We have been married for 8 years, almost. In September, we'll have been married for 8 years. But we met in high school at a video rental store when we were 14. I was 14, she was 15. So we've known each other for a very long time before we got married.
When Mark and I got married, Mark was so nervous that when it was my turn to put the ring on his finger, he put up the wrong hand. You remember?
I remember.
And we didn't even notice until after the ceremony when we were doing pictures.
To be fair, I don't know that I knew that it was supposed to be my left hand.
And what's funny is that you always make fun of me because I don't know my lefts and rights. So
I don't think I ever knew what hand a ring was supposed to be on. Sure. My next fun fact, because I didn't have enough, is that I lost my wedding ring once. I don't know where it went. I took it off because I lost a lot of weight. And then it didn't fit. It was too loose. So then I got it resized, but they resized it too small. So I figured, well, I'll probably keep losing weight. So I put it in a ring box, and somehow that ring box is gone. And that's gone. But I got a new ring that's way cooler. It's made out of black the tungsten carbide, which is very cool. But that's also lost right now.
Well, it's not lost. We know where it is. He just won't go get it. It's behind our bed.
I have to move something out of the way.
He had to move furniture. Yeah, he dropped it because he likes to take off his ring and play with it. And he dropped it behind.
People ask me in meetings, whenever I go to meetings at work, people are always like, "What's wrong? Why are you nervous about something?" And I'm like, "No, not really.
He's a fidgeter.
I'm a fidgeter. I am."
For our honeymoon, we went to Walt Disney World, which was Mark's first time going to Disney.
That was one of my things. That was my first time ever. You had been to Disney a whole ton of times. I was 24.
Yeah.
The first time I went to Disney.
Yeah. Our honeymoon was awesome, too.
It was the best.
That was a lot of fun.
It was the best. Back then, they had in Disney, it was downtown Disney then, not Disney Springs, and they had nightclubs and stuff. And
that was awesome.
That was a lot of fun.
I've been to Disney World, a lot, ever since I was a kid. My family lives around there, so we've always gone there a lot. I've been there I don't even know how many times. So many times. But I've never been to Disneyland. So,
you've never been to California.
I've actually never been to California. I really haven't been in a lot of states.
But here's a fun fact about me. Before I worked at my current job, I used to be a genius for the Apple Store for 3 years. And as part of my genius training, because I wasn't a genius enough, they need to send me away.
Yeah, this was brainwashing camp.
Yeah. It came back an apple lemming. I got to go to Cupertino, as they do with the geniuses. So they sent me to Cupertino. I got to spend 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks?
It was 2 weeks. It was a very long 2 weeks.
It was a long 2 weeks.
That's when we got our first apartment, and I was all by myself for 2 weeks.
I spent a lot of money.
Yeah. We are planning to go to the D23 Expo in 2017. We even have a savings jar, which is in our living room.
Yep.
Which has
a couple $100 in it.
A couple $100.
It's on the way. Because we live in Boston, so I know a lot of people saying oh, Disneyland, people in California probably can go whenever they want, but we live a couple
on the other side of the country.
Couple thousand miles away, so it's not easy to go to Disneyland or D23 for us, so to get tickets to that would be very cool, and we got a lot of cool videos to shoot there if that happens. But back to the wedding, because I got one more thing for the wedding.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. If you've ever played Kingdom Hearts, Christian and I's first dance song was the Utada song, Sanctuary, which is the main song they play at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, but it was a slowed down version, so it was a slow dance version.
Yeah. And
we had our first dance to that, which was very cool.
Yeah, it was a good song.
In fact, a lot of our wedding music was video game music. There was Chrono Trigger songs and Zelda songs that we used, but piano versions. Very cool. A lot of people didn't even know that.
When I was little, we had the whole Disney movie collection on VHS. And then
I doubt you had the whole collection.
We had a huge box full of all the Disney movies.
With the big cases
Mom,
that open.
Tell them. We did.
I had a lot too, but I doubt you had did you have Fun and Fancy Free?
I think we did.
Bull.
I think we had Mr. Toad.
Alright, you maybe
that
had
one.
A lot of them.
I'm pretty sure we
did you have the Black Cauldron?
I think we did. I swear we had them all. We had a huge box, and then when we moved, Mom got rid of them. She threw them out on me, and I was so mad.
Well, my fun fact is that now we have all the Disney movies on DVD.
Yeah, we do.
In fact, right over there, which I'd love to turn the camera, but I don't feel like resetting up afterwards. We have every single Disney movie and every single Pixar movie on DVD, every single one. Even the packaged films from the 40s when they were in World War II and they weren't really making movies.
Yeah.
Everything. So
we have every Disney classic And almost all the Pixars. Or do we
The
have
only Pixar we don't have is Incredibles because I'm not 100% sure what happened to that. We had
we
it. I
lost
don't
that
know
one.
where it went, but you
I
know.
don't know.
There'll be the diamond version will come out next month actually,
Yeah.
or something. So
Who
we'll have
knows?
to retie it again.
Right. Mark broke my foot when we were like 16, 17 years old.
We used to do backyard wrestling when we were 16, 17. And we were, of course, wrestling on concrete because that's what 16, 17-year-olds do because we're dumb. So Christian was climbing the ladder.
To do I don't know what.
I don't know. She's not a very athletic person.
I'm not. I'm like, hey, let's climb the ladder.
So I kicked the ladder out from under her.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good job, Mark.
Which
Smart
made
thinking.
her fall and
land on my
now
foot
her
wrong.
foot is all disheveled. It's got these bumps on it. It's really gross.
My foot's ugly.
So speaking of injuries, I used to run a lot. Like I love to run. Really avid runner. I ran like most days, like really crazy. I lost a lot of weight, and then I tore my labrum in my hip. So I had to have surgery, which meant they had to do like they reattach the labrum and reshape the socket for my hip, and I couldn't really walk for 6 months, and I'm still not. I mean this was 2014.
2 years ago, yeah.
And still not 100% back. It was a really major surgery. That was a sad one. That wasn't really fun.
My favorite color is pink. That's a fun fact.
It was so fun. I am 30 years old, and I collect stuffed animals. Behind me.
I had a whole box of stuffed animals that I've had like ever since I was a kid that I've just collected, and he gets so mad at me he wanted me to throw them away, and then all of a sudden he's collecting little stuffed animals.
No, but
and I'm like, but they're taking up space.
But they're so small. Your stuffed animals were huge, and there were so many of them.
What? I'm addicted to coffee.
She is. That's true. And she got me kind of addicted to coffee.
Yeah, and I got him into drinking coffee.
I never really had coffee before until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When it's like, I guess I gotta start having coffee and find out what all the hubbub is about.
I like my regular coffee, my vanilla coffee, and hazelnut coffee, and that's kind of like really it.
I have a problem with collecting things.
You think?
I cannot just have one of something. I need to have all of everything.
What was that? What was your mom said? Your first phrase.
Collect all five.
Collect-
That was when I was a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
That was a problem. So I've had many collections over the years of different things. But yeah, I have a real problem with collect. Like the fact that we don't have the Winnie the Pooh lip smacker, we only got 3 of the 4, is really bothering me. I don't even use lip smackers. Why would I ever use a lip smacker?
Oh my god.
But that's really bugging me. And every day I come in here, I see that there's no Winnie the Pooh there, and it's a real problem.
I change my hair color and my hairstyle often.
You do.
I've been blonde. I've been dark brown. I've been, light brown. I've been this, I don't know. Right now I go to a stylist. When I first saw her, I had her chop off all my hair, and I had a pixie cut. That's when I was pregnant, and I was kind of like, I'm done. And I was dark brown and pixie cut, and then now it's grown out, and I was blonde. If you look at our first video, our channel intro, I'm blonde. And then after that, I got this done. So I'm
ombre.
It's kind of like ombre thing. Well, maybe this is a long bob.
Is that what they call that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't
They
know.
just made that up.
So, fun hair fact. I don't know.
So when I was in high school, I had a reverse mohawk. And I think I was probably the only person I've ever known that's had
I
that.
don't remember you ever having
But
that.
I have photos of it, so it happened.
I don't remember that
But
ever.
it's
You
still-
must have had that for like a day.
No, I had it. I actually went to Supercuts and they did it. And I had them do it several times. But that was
Maybe
during
we weren't
senior
friends
year,
there.
and that was when you were being a pain.
That's when you were being a pain. We
Yeah.
kind of had a falling out senior year.
Yeah. That's because her boyfriend was weird.
It's because your girlfriends were weird. I'm shy.
That's it? All right. Okay. So,
That's all I got.
all right. I almost didn't graduate from high school.
Oh, yeah.
I needed to get a 62 or better on my final in English to graduate,
I was in that class with them.
and I just barely did it.
And what sucks is he's really good at tests. He just never does his homework. I'll do my homework. I'll suck at tests. I'm frugal.
Sometimes.
No, I really.
No? Okay.
Like today we just bought Tsum Tsums, and I only got them because they were buy 2 get 1 free.
They were.
So I waited till the sale because I only buy things that are on sale or on clearance or I get them in the thrift store.
Which is really irritating for her when, like, you buy a set of Tsum Tsums and then they all go on sale for like 99 cents a couple months later, and it's like, but it's like that one time you do it, that one time where you're like, I'm not gonna buy, I'm gonna wait, and then they all sell out, and then you gotta pay double. I am a huge football fan, and I love. We're from Boston area, so Patriots all in. But like, because I'm like an obsessive kind of person, I can't just like the Patriots. I need to see like every minute of every game. I know all 90 men on the roster. I know the names of every player in every position, all the coaches. Like I know.
Yeah, he's like BFFs with the coaches.
Yeah, I go to training camp.
Talk to them.
Yeah, I talk to the TV. Talk to the radio.
He has these guys that he listens to, and he's just sitting there talking to them like they can hear him, and it's annoying. My favorite ride at Disney World is Haunted Mansion or Pirates of the Caribbean. I think. I don't know. I can't really pick my favorite, but those are my two favorite. Those have always been my two favorites since I was little.
Which is really funny because we just bought the Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean Tsum Tsums.
Oh, that's true. Today. Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Just a couple hours, like an hour ago.
I'm so excited.
I love slasher movies. Like, I love slasher movies. I love Friday the 13th. In fact, my box set of Friday the 13th was holding up our lighting for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know why. When I grew up, my dad, like, as a 5-year-old, let me watch a lot of really gory movies that I probably shouldn't have been watching. A lot of scary movies that gave me a lot of nightmares. But now it's completely desensitized me to fear for those types of things. So... I love slasher movies.
My favorite Disney movie is a close tie between The Little Mermaid, Tangled, Lilo and Stitch, Mulan. I can't pick one. I love so many Disney movies. I can't pick just one that I love. But those are my top favorites. And Frozen. I don't know. We watched Frozen the other day and I'm like, I love this movie.
So good. Well, my favorite ride at Disney is, I think it's Rock and Roller Coaster.
You love that one.
I really like it. It's really fun. Space Mountain is fun too.
Yeah.
And it stinks because, in my opinion, like Hollywood Studios kind of stinks. There's like really not a lot to do there.
Like nothing really.
But Rock and Roller Coaster is like my favorite ride, and Tower of Terror. Like those are like the two things. Yeah. And it's like if it wasn't for those two things, I probably wouldn't even go there.
My favorite Tsum Tsum is Birthday Minnie. Because I love her little cute dress and her cute little birthday hat. And I don't know, she's just so cute.
I have owned almost every iPhone that's ever came out.
That's true.
I am a super, I'm obsessed with cell phones. I love cell phones.
You do.
Like even before like smartphones, like I just needed like a razor. I had the chocolate. Like I just love cell phones. So I get tired. Like I've had the iPhone 6 Plus, 6S. For like 5 months, and like if this iPhone 7 doesn't come out soon, I'm gonna flip out.
I'm also a fan of My Little Pony, thanks to our 6-year-old son who got really into My Little Pony last year. I don't know, I didn't really know about it, but like then we started watching the shows, and then of course Mark is OCD and has to collect them all, so he's like, well, Jacob wants the 5. No, he's got to have them all. And I think that's our first like blind bag experience too, because they have the My Little Pony blind bags. So he has a huge My Little Pony collection that maybe we'll have to show you someday. Yeah, it's really cool.
Tsum Tsum and My Little Pony obsessed. I also cannot live without my iPad. This is like my girlfriend. I love this thing. I was one of the biggest and when the iPad came out, I worked at the Apple store. And it was just generally thought of that, what would you need? What is an iPad for? You got a computer, you got a phone, what do you need an iPad for? Well, everything is the answer. One time I left it on top of my minivan while I was driving away, and it crashed, and it was terrible.
But there was a nice guy that picked it up off the side of the road for him.
He did.
Even though it was smashed.
I put a message on the phone and said, please call me. And the guy called me and was like, yeah, I got it. It's not in very good shape, but...
I buy a lot of furniture.
Yes, you do.
I think every time we move, we buy new furniture because
you just throw everything out every couple of years.
It's easy moving. I don't know. So we've been through 4 couches, 5 dining sets in 7 years.
Yeah, and God knows how many TVs.
Not that many TVs, actually.
Kind of a lot of TVs.
More than you should.
More than you should have in 7 years. We have 2 kids. One of them, our baby, is nicknamed the Cheese. And the reason is because her name is Aubrey, but we call her Brie for short, and Brie Cheese. So we ended up just calling her the Cheese. So
Yeah, we call it the Cheese a lot. I say, who is the cutest of them all? And then she'll be Brie Cheese. We also have 2 cats. One named Chibi after Sailor Moon, Chibi Chibi.
Oh, yeah.
Chibi. Well, I wanted to name her after Chibi Chibi. Mark had never seen Sailor Moon, like when we first started dating.
I had seen it when I was a kid, but like I never watched the whole thing.
Yeah, so he didn't see like the Japanese ones that didn't come out in America, so we watched those and
200 episodes. It's a long one.
So there's Chibi Chibi in the last season, and all she says is Chibi Chibi. So I was like, oh, when we get a cat, I want to name her Chibi.
Yeah.
And so that's our first cat. She's 8 now. Mm-hmm. And then we have Asuka, who is named after Evangelion.
Asuka Langley Saru.
Right.
From
Eva series.
I have read over 1,000 Spider-Man comics. Because I love Spider-Man. And we said in the other video, like a lot of people like Spider-Man now. But I loved Spider-Man when I was like 5 years old. Like I loved him. I had all the action figures when I was a kid. Like all comics. Like I've read so much. I've read pretty much every Spider-Man comic that's come out in the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
I love Target. We go to Target at least once a week.
And Tsum Tsums helped with her because I hated going to Target, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh,
Tsum Tsums.
We can go to Target and look for Tsum Tsums.
Yeah, but now we got them all, so it's kind of like.
And Target like barely sells them anymore.
Yeah, Target's
There's nothing in them.
Yeah, at least Target's in our area.
Yeah, I'm not so much anymore, but I'm a big Nintendo fanboy. I love I've owned every Nintendo system. I don't play a lot of video. I have kids now, so I don't play a lot of video games as much as I used to. But when I do play video games, it's always like, let's pop in, Final Fantasy 3. I'll play that again for the 90th time.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that he's played all repeated over a couple years, which is kind of annoying.
Well, sometimes I just need to turn my brain off when I play a game, and if I play I'll play Legend of Zelda, I can beat that game in 5 hours, and I know where everything is. So I can play and just turn my brain off and go on autopilot, and just that's therapeutic to me.
I love boots. I do.
She loves leaving boots all over the house.
No, boot season's my favorite season. It's like when it becomes fall and you're like, ooh, time to take out the boots.
Boots and scarves and.
Yeah, I love scarves too. I love fall and winter.
You love winter?
For boots. I hate winter.
Yeah.
No, I do. I hate winter.
He hates winter.
I love boots though.
Yeah. See, if you want to move to Texas, you want to move down south. No more boots.
Yeah, they wear boots. They wear cowboy boots.
I gotta wear cowboy boots. I work in IT. That's what I do for a living. So I'm a systems administrator. Mm-hmm. I actually work for a public school system, which is really funny because I hated school, especially middle school. So it's really funny that I really had a hard time in school, and then I now spend all of my time in school.
So this is probably a weird fact, but I like to wear socks to bed.
She wears she gets fully dressed to go to bed.
And I wear socks all the time because I'm always cold. I think the only time I don't wear socks is with flip flops.
It's like she's lived in New England for almost 32 years.
Yeah,
and I don't understand why it is that she's still freezing all the time. It's 70 degrees out today, and she's like, it's really cold out.
Yeah.
Okay, my last fact is it just kind of goes into my obsessive behavior, which is, you'll see a theme. I've played all of this, I've watched all of these, I own all of these because I have a problem. Mm-hmm. And another one of my things is, I don't know that a lot of people have done this, but I have played every Final Fantasy game, even the Japanese ones, 1 through 13, and in order. I started at 1, played all the way to 13.
Did you actually get all the way to the end?
Well, I technically gave up on 12 halfway through because it was so terrible. I've tried playing Final Fantasy 12 several times, and it's just a boring game. It's not fun. But I did play 13. Well, this was fun. We had a lot of fun doing this. We just really, really appreciate everyone watching. The fact that we've been able to make 50 videos and we have almost 200 subscribers after 3 months is pretty awesome.
We love everybody that watches, and it's so cool just to be part of this whole Tsum Tsum community.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. I feel like we've made kind of friends with some other YouTubers out there too.
Yeah.
Like Tsum Tsum Mommy.
She's awesome. Tsum Tsum Twins.
And the Tsum Tsum Twins. We love you guys.
Yeah. And like Kenneth and Kathleen that
Kenneth
won
and Kathleen.
our
giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Hopefully nobody counts. Maybe there won't be 50 things. Don't count these.